A man who was in the room asking the question, South Dakota Republican Senator Mike Rounds from the Armed Services Committee. Senator, you've seen a lot of the coverage in the headlines. What did you glean from the conference that is really stuck with you, and after reading the material, that really it bothers you the most?
Admiral Rogers made a very specific point several times that we need to be able to respond more quickly than what we can today to an attack, a cyber attack. We don't have the policies in place that allow them to plan in advance and to be ready for an attack on a civilian target. Today, if the military is attacked in cyberspace, they can not only defend themselves, but they can retaliate. The challenge comes is, what if it's a civilian target and they want to defend it? Can we do that right now? Can the military step in? And we don't think the policies are there to allow them to be in a position to respond real time. And that's a problem because the damage can be done immediately.
So we know if we're hit militarily, we know how to hit back roughly. We have options. So instead of focusing on cyber defense, maybe we should get people fearful of a cyber retaliation. And we're not even clear what that would look like.
That's correct. And the question then is at what point is it just simply playing defense? And at what point does it become an offensive weapon? And where does that change? You know, if we have an incoming missile and we shoot it down, we understand that that's defense. But what if it's a software package which is being delivered to the United States? At what point can we simply step in and destroy the software package? Or at what point do we go back after the servers that are delivering it? And how do you lay that out so that you can do it in advance? Because if you get the damage being done, it's too late. So, and this is a brand new area. It's one in which we've proposed what we call a cyber act of war, in which the administration would have to define the parameters in which we could respond.
Senator, with so many hacks coming against sensitive things in our system, from the Pentagon to the personnel at the White House over the last 8 years, can you blame some Americans for seeing politics in the hearings that we saw yesterday behind it, even though it seems so urgent?
You know, in this particular case, what you have is something which is in the public's eye. And it points out the fact that we have a number of systems out there that are very vulnerable, and we've got to do more to protect the systems that are in place today. That means both on the civilian side and on the defensive side. And no, I'd look, as long as we can bring attention to the fact that this is going on and that we need to pay attention to the cyber activity that's going on. We have peer competitors in cyberspace, and Russia is one of them, and they are capable of doing a lot of damage. We can do defense, and we're very good as well, but once we show them how we defend, then they go out, and the next time around, they figured out a way around our defenses. So we're very careful about how we respond and when we respond. So it's an entirely different kind of warfare, but it is something that the American public has got to be aware of, and we've got to be on top of it, because with cyber war, you can do a lot of damage, and it's not expensive to do the damage.
And Senator, the people our enemies need to know they'll be held to pay if you do this again. And so far, they're getting away with murder, and hopefully you guys at Armed Services will make sure that stops. Senator Mike Rounds, thanks so much.
Thank you.